Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com. Happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. It is Friday. Congratulations. You made it through another one. TGIF, Scott, you got big Memorial Day plans?
Well, I feel like as an American, I'm obligated to do some form of barbecuing during the weekend, so that's pretty much what I'm going to be up to. You?
I don't know what we're doing. We don't have a ton of plans. We're gonna take a little trip.
So you're telling me around Kansas City for Memorial Day, you're not going to have barbecue?
I barbecue Sunday night, man. I don't eat a lot of barbecue. I don't eat I don't eat red meat, and
I just meant anything on the grill, even like corn on the cob.
we've had this discussion about barbecuing.
No, I know, but it's a Memorial Day holiday, which is like the official spring-summer holiday kickoff type of thing.
We might do something. I wish my son were in town. He'll be in town in about a month because he'd have the smoker fired up. So
Okay.
that's but yeah, it's a good time. Are you a barbecue fan, Scott? You like barbecue?
I feel like I kind of have to, right? It's delicious. What's there not to like?
Not everybody feels that way, but good to know. Do they have any decent barbecue places there on the island?
I can't say there's any well-known places, but you get a fire going, get yourself some nice choice meat, and you're good to go.
You're a brisket guy?
Yeah, either brisket, even some burgers, hot dogs, really anything, honestly.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, Scott. Pretty good day for both of us in the NBA. We ended up basically hitting everything in sight, huh?
We did. The only thing we weren't certain about involved I'd say the Portland Nuggets spread, which we purposefully skipped.
Yep.
We liked the over, and that worked out.
Woo-hoo. No, never a doubt, buddy.
Never in doubt.
Well, it really wasn't in doubt. I think it was a 123 in the first half, in great shape. 40 points in the third quarter. That was just a dreadful, dreadful quarter of basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you get 69 points in the first quarter, nice, and you think that, you're ready to go. And unfortunately, it didn't appear that way. And then Undertaker meme happened, and it just popped up out of nowhere. We got a nice winner.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. So let's see if we can keep it rolling, huh, buddy? Got 3 more games here tonight, and
do you count the Denver-Portland game as being a close game?
Yeah,
I know that it was a 3-point game with like 3 seconds to go. But can we get like one game that comes down to the wire?
Yeah, Portland closed it to 2 a couple times.
I'm saying, but Denver was up the entire game.
Yeah, they. I was impressed with Denver. They didn't fold. They. It's kind of an MO for Denver. They tend to fold a little bit down the stretch sometimes, and it was nice they were able to pull that one out. In spite of Jokic just getting literally mauled, Scott. Not even figuratively. He was literally getting mauled. Just shots to the head, the shoulders, the neck area. That's a brutal game, man.
I'm waiting for the statue of Austin Rivers. 21 points.
Yeah, I know. Who knew Austin Rivers was still playing basketball?
Earlier in the year, he helped me make some money on the Knicks because he had a huge 20-point fourth quarter against the Jazz. But I remember the Nuggets picked him up at the last minute once Murray went down. And that backcourt of Campazzo, Morris, Rivers, and whoever the hell else they have, they're up 2-1 against Lillard and McCollum.
Well, so does that mean big man play greater than guard play, Scott? Is it more important?
No, I think I'm just calling out C.J. McCollum for not really doing much in this series.
Okay, fair enough.
22 points, but if you look at his numbers, 8 for 20, 3 for 10 from 3, not really that great. McCollum's got to step it up.
Well, no time like the present, my friend.
Yep.
They need to get rocking and rolling here to avoid being down 3-1 and headed back to Denver. And I know I ask this every time. I can never remember. Are they 2-2-1-1-1 or 2-3-2?
It's 2-2-1-1-1 except for the finals, but I'm not even sure if they still do that anymore. It used to only be the finals.
What's that?
It used to only be for the NBA finals.
So the finals were like the World Series, but everything else was 2-2-1-1-1.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's I think it's more fair that way. It's kind of.
I don't like the 2-3-2.
No, I agree. It kind of swings the advantage around to the visiting team.
You win one road game in games 1 or 2, and the next thing you know, you might not have to travel again.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a bad travel deal with the 1-1-1, but as a fan,
you get so many days off in between. Who cares?
All right, Chuckles. Well, let's take a look at tonight's card. Starting with the Knicks, they're on the road. Scott taking the highway down there to hot Atlanta, taking 75 straight down into Atlanta. Knicks are a 4.5 point or a 4-point dog to the Hawks. Total on this one, Scott, 211. Pretty much that's where they opened and that's where they sit. Not a lot of change at all in this one. It's been an interesting game so far. Scott, what happens in this one? Are they able to do anything with Trae Young at all?
Well, I think Atlanta's going to win 25-11 at home. Knicks have a losing record on the road. I do think 4 seems a little bit high, though. I thought the spread would be closer to around 2.5 or 3. So I found 4 kind of fascinating. However, going to the playoffs, once again, I said take Knicks unders and take Lakers unders and enjoy making money. And so far, so good, because based on the closing number, those are 4-0. I'm going with the under with the Knicks. I've seen this team play offense. I'm sure all of us have tried to avoid watching this team play offense. It's not very pretty. And their defense is still good. I'm going with the under. I don't know if the Knicks break 100 in this game.
I think you're actually 5-0, Scott.
Yeah, because the Lakers also played against the Warriors in the play-in game. Yeah, you're right. Actually, no, it's 6-0 technically.
Well, no, yeah, the Lakers have played. This is their.
The Lakers played 3. I forgot that it was the third game last night, but they also had the play-in game against the Warriors. So technically, if you include that, you're 6-0.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that a stretch including it? Because it's technically playoff basketball to some degree.
No, 5-0 in the big boy basketball.
5-0, but 5.5.
Okay. All right, fine. 5.5.
It's been going well. That's all I'm saying. So I'll go with the Knicks under. I'll wait until they ruin it for me. But until then, I got to keep backing the under with the Knicks.
I don't know how you don't. This Knicks team is just they're not exactly an offensive juggernaut, Scott.
No,
they are, and they've been doing a really nice job against the Hawks. Even though Trae Young's scored in 62 points in 2 games, Hawks still averaging less than 100. They've scored 199 points total in the 2 games. So it's not like the Knicks defense has taken a powder. The offense is as good as it's been all season. How about that?
I know Randall was good in the second half, and that's kind of the silver lining from that game from him. He still went 5 for 16. Could we just relax a little bit? He wasn't good. He was good for the last 24 minutes. Like he was useless in the first half. But you look at the other side of the equation for the Knicks, RJ Barrett, arguably their second best player. I still think third because I think Rose is clearly better than him. Barrett has been awful in this series. I believe he went 6 for 15 in game 1, went 5 for 14 in game 2. You don't really notice him half the time when he's on the court. And if those are your best 2 guys and you can't really trust either of them, I don't really trust this offense. And now Rose is phenomenal. We can agree that he's been great for the playoffs. But on the other side, you look at Atlanta, their second best player is probably John Collins, based on contract and how he's going to want a huge deal. Nice little goose egg for game 2.
Well, I would have probably gone with Capella, but
yeah, Capella, maybe Bogdanovich. But I'm saying based on contract, Capella's already had the contract that you kind of expected him to have. Collins is claiming that he wants close to a max 30-something million for the next time he reaches the market. He's not getting it, I'll tell you that much, but he thinks he can get it. And if you put up 0 points and only attempt 2 shots, you got yourself a problem. I like the under.
Okay, good enough. It's hard to shy away from that. The other game there on the East Coast, Scott, Brooklyn Nets traveling up the coast there to take on the Boston Celtics in the Garden. Nets 7-point favorite. It's actually a little bit of Nets money coming in up to 7.5. 228 is where this number opened up. It's dropped a little bit down to 227. Scott, these first half of the first game went well for the Celtics and pretty much full stop. That was about it.
Yep, pretty much.
Anything change here? Or these guys is the big 3 just getting better and better every game?
I don't know about better and better. They're getting more comfortable with each other, but they were already pretty good to begin with. Looking at this spot here, I'm assuming Tatum's going to play. I know he got poked in the eye. I haven't really heard any updates on it, but I'd be shocked if Tatum misses a playoff game with an eye injury.
I believe last time I saw he was probable. Let me see what I've got here.
I'm assuming he's going to play.
He is still probable. Yeah.
Okay, so let's assume he plays because I think we both agree he's going to. Do I really care? It's a tough call.
Does it matter?
I'm going to say no. I think Boston, of course, has a very good home court, typically at the Garden. I think they'll boo Kyrie every time he touches it because he basically called the entire fan base racist yesterday. So I don't think that's going to go too well, at least for the fan reception with Kyrie. I think they're going to boo him anyway because he wasn't that good on the Celtics. But still,
say what you want. The man knows the D train.
You're looking at Durant, Harden, Kyrie. We know how good this team is. Plus, Joe Harris was great. The issue with the Celtics, though, which I mentioned, is the fact that this team can't score. And we've talked about it numerous times. They have scored 108 in Game 2, and that game was a blowout after the first quarter, 93 in Game 1. And then you also look at the regular season, they have scored 104, 109, 95. We know the Nets aren't exactly a great defensive team, but in the playoffs so far, they've looked like a pretty good defensive team. I don't think the Celtics can score. And I think the Nets can do pretty much whatever they want. So I'll go with the Nets.
Nets have been able to do whatever they wanted all season long with Boston, Scott. They're 5-0 straight up and against the number. It's been pretty much
close.
It's pretty much been a absolute domination. Nothing stopped in the playoffs so far. I don't know how on earth you take Boston to this point.
If you like the Celtics, parlay Boston with Tatum over 35 or so, because it's the only way they're going to cover. I think you'd agree with that.
It seems like the most likely scenario. Yes, absolutely true. All right, and we'll finish it up with our requisite game there on, I was going to say the West Coast. It's not really on the West Coast. It's in the Midwest. It's the Los Angeles Clippers as they travel down to Big D, Scott, take on the Dallas Mavericks. Clippers down 0-2 heading to the road. Well, of course they're a 2-point favorite, Scott. How could we ask for anything else? 219.5 is the number, up a half a point from the opener of 219.
You know my thoughts on the Clippers. I'll let you go first.
I know you're a big fan of the Clippers. I get the logic behind this. The Clippers are allegedly a better team. They're the better seed. They're down 2-0. Their backs are against the wall. Every other sports cliche you can think of. And most importantly, Scott, this is the case of gambler's fallacy. Clippers are due. They're absolutely due because they're down 2-0. On the other side of the coin, you could look at a Clippers team that has underperformed so far this series, a Mavericks team that has waited till the postseason to shine, and you could say that the better team right now is ahead 2-0. I don't want any part of the Clippers laying 2 points. Are you shitting me? Come on.
Well, the way that I look at it, we talked about it with the Nets. You look at the regular season series, you look at the playoff series. They've played 5 times. Dallas is 4-1. I don't really think I need to say much more. This team just matches up really well with the Clippers, and I've called out the Clippers for months because I never thought this team was very good. And the main reason why is the fact that I don't think the supporting cast is very good. And you can agree that in late game situations, you need to have a go-to group of guys that final 5 minutes, this is the group I'm dying with. And that's usually how it works out. You need to know who your guys are, who you trust in big moments. And the Clippers, I don't think have any idea who those guys are. You look at Kawhi Leonard, you look at Paul George, and after that, your guess is as good as mine because Marcus Morris, I don't think is very good. I think the Clippers drastically overpaid him after trading a first-round pick for him from the Knicks, which is an absolute joke. But still, I guess he's in the 5. Is Batum in the 5? I don't know. Ibaka's barely played.
I think Serge Ibaka must have been hanging out with Penn and Teller in Vegas because somebody's made him disappear.
He played 6 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
They're giving him 6 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. He's
like, you're giving him 6 minutes, and he's supposed to be arguably your best big man. You have Kennard, who you're paying $60-something million. He hasn't played a minute. Playoff Rondo has not been noticeable. Cousins has been injured. I don't know who their 5 is. And you look at Dallas, and you can say from the top of your head, oh, I know their 5. You're going to have Doncic, you're going to have Porzingis, you're going to have Hardaway, you're going to have Finney-Smith, and you're going to have Kleber. That's your 5. You know your identity. That's what you're going to do. The Clippers don't have any idea what their identity is, so I got to go with the Mavericks.
I don't. If the Clippers step up and win a game, you just tip your cap and go, oh, there you go.
Yeah, you tip your cap, but I don't know who I trust besides Kawhi on this entire team.
I agree. I totally agree. Absolutely. Total, you got any thoughts?
It's really difficult because I like the under. The under's hit in 4 of the 5 meetings. However, the last game, holy crap, there were a lot of points in that game.
Mm-hmm.
However, the first half had about 140. Second half had about the second half had. It wasn't that high score in the second half. I think it actually slowed down pretty dramatically. I'm going to lean over at the current price solely because I don't see much under money coming in. I think you'll see more over money. I think the line will probably go up another 1.5 or so. And then maybe I'd consider a buyback at around 220.5.
Remember, buddy, it's the last game on Friday night. It's payday. It's holiday weekend. People are going to be getting a little early start. going to be some over money coming in this game.
I got to assume so I'll get in early.
Yep. Could even be Clippers and over money coming in, and I know I'm fading one of those. I may fade both of them. So
you can take Dallas, take Doncic triple double if you want to, just whatever. The thing you have to keep in mind is that it is home court advantage for Dallas now since they're going back to Texas. We know that most stadiums are opening up again, and most of them have fans. I'll tell you, Texas, they probably never stopped having fans. I think they'll be pretty, I'd say, packed when it comes to trying to hear that Mavericks crowd. So
that whole state is 5 degrees of DGAF, buddy. That is absolutely how they roll. They've had the opening day crowd in baseball. Pew, pew, pew. Load them in, man. 50 grand. We don't care.
Sold out crowd for Dallas, and they're up 2-0, and I think they have the best player on the court. Yeah. I'll go with the Mavericks.
They're going to be rocking. There you go. It's going to be fun. All right, Scott, as always, if you're looking for more information on any of these games, well, not you, because you probably wrote one of the articles, but all those people out there in YouTube land, if you're looking for more information, be sure to stop by and check out winnersandwhiners.com. They have deep dives, predictions on not only these 3 games, but every game going on in North America every single day. Best part is, for a resource like this, I know you can't believe it, it is absolutely free. So make sure you stop by and check out that site, winnersandwhiners.com. And come back and check us out. We appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you haven't done those things, click away, everybody. And for myself, for Scott Reichel, for all of us over here at Winners and Whiners, appreciate you watching. Wish you nothing but the best of luck today. Hope every pick in your pocket. Hope every ticket in your pocket. Jesus, turns into cash money when you head back to the window. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing a baseball show right around the corner on Today in Sports Betting. Take care, everybody.